Welcome to this episode where I'm going to talk about your service suite. So I'm ready to I'm excited to jump into this topic because I found that a lot of my audience, clients, and people around me are needing to work on this right now, and it all makes an impact on your revenue, your income, your profit, because knowing what you are selling, how you're selling it, all of those things, it creates an impact because you could then have a clearer plan to go and implement in your business that you can take action on. So first of all, I want to talk about what your service suite actually is. So basically, it's the services that you're selling, the services, the products that you're creating. It's a suite of offerings that you are giving to your ideal dreamy clients. So it might be, one-to-one services, group services, products, masterclasses. There's a whole range of things that can sit on your service suite. In fact, myself, I have a vast range mapped out on mine. But you might have an overall one, and then you might have a focused one. So you might have a focused one that you take for the next 90 days or the year, and so that you can really hone in on that, so that you can then work on your message for your marketing with this. So that is what your service suite is to start off with. When you map it out, you want to map it out in a way that covers all bases. Now, I talk about this from experience because this is not a mistake, but a lesson that I've learned is that I went from having a service suite that was all low ticket offers to the opposite end, and it's all high ticket offers, to needing that middle ground, because you want to have an entry level for people at different places when they are your ideal clients. So, for example, I have different types of ideal clients. I've got people who are just starting their business, who are very new to the journey, but then I've also got business owners who've already got started and just want to scale the business. Then I've got clients who are even further than that, who scaled their business and they're ready to outsource and start team building. So I've got 3 different client avatars that I can be marketing to, and all of my services are not going to suit all of my ideal clients. And I get this question a lot, like, is it okay to have different ideal clients? And it absolutely is, because you grow and develop, you evolve, you learn more, and so do your ideal clients. Those who are your clients in the beginning are going to grow with you, and they will need more and develop more depending on what industry you are in. And so you want to make sure that you can serve them on all levels. So the way we do that is, of course, first of all, you want to think about your capacity when you are creating your service suite. And this will look like things like having that one-to-one option, so having that personalized bespoke service, if that works for you. And I say that with the premise on, you want to be able to build a business that works for you, because if one-to-one services does not work for you, and I know that people that it doesn't, then you're not going to be able to commit to that. So you can totally eliminate that if you need to. But if one-to-one does work for you, have that in your service suite. And then think about what that looks like, what the packages look like. You don't have to do all the deep work on it, just map out the service for now. But you'll have that. You might then have a group version of that service suite. So, for example, it might be that you of the one-to-one, I meant, not of the service suite. It might be that you take your one-to-one service and you replicate that so that it becomes delivering the same thing in a group format, so you can have an impact on more people in less time, which also creates scalability with your business. So you might have something like that, or you might have multiple group versions. You may have something passive, like or semi-passive, like a membership or a masterclass. It might be a bundle that you sell, a digital download, anything like that you can put on your products, planners, books, physical products on your service suite. So you want a range of things, and you want to have it so that you've got stuff at an entry level that is, under 50 quid. Like what I like to call loose change, purse change, things like that, that is affordable. But then you also want your premium high ticket service that people invest in to get more of you, to get at a higher level. So you want to think about how people go from the very bottom of your service suite, the low ticket offers, all the way up to the high ticket. And some people might not be at the point where they need the low stuff. And they might want something more than just a download. They might want less than a one-to-one service, because this is what happens. People want different things. People want and need different things. And so they're going to come in at different levels with different offers that you have. So you need to make sure you cover those bases, ensuring that the people that you are selling to, marketing to, connecting with, and building your audience with and nurturing have different options, because one thing's not going to fit all. So that's the first bit of advice I would give when creating your service suite and what it is, what it looks like. Now I want to share with you why you should actually map it out. Excuse me. So you should map it out because once you are clear on exactly what it is that you're delivering, exactly what it is that you're giving, it makes a huge difference. It makes a massive difference, because you are then going to be able to focus on what it is that you're marketing, and when you're going to be able to really define your message and who you are, what you do, why you've created it, and who the services are that you've created, who exactly they're for. So really, really think about that and how you can really step into mapping it out. Because if you, for example, want to create a website, but you're not sure of the services that you're offering, how can you then take that next step of offering multiple things? If you want to create passive income and recurring revenue, how can you do that if you've not got a variety of services that allow that to happen? So this is why you should map it out. Start with knowing what you're going to sell, who you're going to sell it for, and map it out. Be very, very clear and specific with all of it so that you can then put that into action. The next step, I guess, would be using it to plan your marketing, because what you first want to focus on what you're selling when you're selling. And I do this on like a monthly basis. I think about what I'm selling each month, what I'm focusing each month based on the product suite. So like I said, you could do an overall everything that you have that exists product suite, but then you could also do like a focused product suite for now. So I have a list of all my products and services. So I have that to pick and choose as a planning my marketing. But then I have my focus product suite, and this tends to be the one for the year ahead. So what I am using, we're in 2024, so I have my 2024 product suite mapped out, and I will do a new one around September time for when I need to make changes to my business ready for 2025. So I'm always forward thinking, I'm always ahead, and I map that out and think about how I'm going to use that for my marketing. So I will then take my focused service suite, and I will take those services and then map them into where, well, there's a couple of things that you want to consider: what you're going to market and when, and your capacity as well. So for example, at this moment in time, on my plan, I was going to be selling one-to-one contracts. I was going to put out there into my content, I'm going to offer 2 more one-to-one spaces, because I now have capacity for that, which is exciting. To bring in more one-to-ones, because I've been doing one-to-one for a while now, really, really love it. The interest in it has increased. And so I thought, you know what, I'll open up 2 more spaces now that I have capacity. However, what has happened is, in the last week, I have had 2 clients come to me. Well, they weren't clients, but 2 people come to me interested in one-to-one, ready to sign up. So this presents the issue that now I'm at full capacity with one-to-one, so I cannot go and market them next month unless I can find and create space for more, which actually I do, in all honesty, in full transparency, I do intend to do, because I have basically I have clients on a monthly basis, which means I have the capacity to offer more space, because I'm not completely full. I mean, I'd never be completely full anyway, because I wouldn't allow that, because we want to have space and balance and freedom with business and life. So I can adjust that as needed. However, if I was completely full, like couldn't really fit anybody in at all, then I would then have to tweak my marketing. And rather than panic about what I'm going to sell, I can revert back to my product suite and what I've got available that I can bring into my marketing and sell, and my strategy within my business. So you can use it to plan out your marketing month on month, and looking at your capacity and where you're at as well, because your capacity will change and will have an impact on what you're selling and what you're marketing as well. So what's next? Once you've done that, once you've worked out exactly what you're selling, who you're selling it to, mapped it out, what it looks like. You might have even gone into the finer details of, and I would say go into the details of it, like how long is the service going to be for? Like if it's a group program, is it 12 months? Is it 3 months? If it's self-study, or if it's, you know, one-to-one, if it's in person, if it's online, all those features of it, and obviously work around the benefits that you're going to, you know, the bonuses, the benefits of it that you're going to deliver to people. I would absolutely do all of that. Then figure out, like, you know, once you know what you're giving as part of your services, figure out your price points. But once you've mapped that out completely, my biggest bit of advice is to actually take action on it. You know, communicate it to your clients, to your audience, take action on it, have that impact on the world. Start being, and you know what? The biggest thing is you've got to be aligned with it as well, because if you're not selling things that, you're not marketing a business that wants you to get, you know, that you're excited about, that you can't wait to go and do, go and create, and that you want to get out of bed on a morning and share, then that's going to create a big problem. So I would honestly recommend actually creating focus around things that you do enjoy, that you love to be part of, you love to create for your clients. Then once you've mapped it out, take the action on selling it. Take the action on building that audience around who you are, what you do, what you're going to be selling, what you're going to be focused on. Make sure you nurture your audience along the way and consistently sell those things that are on your service suite. Even break down your strategy to look at, right, what is the strategy for each of these services? When am I going to be selling it? How am I going to get visibility to it? You know, what's the method that you're going to have? Because I know for a fact there is stuff on my service suite that I've sold without even marketing it, because it exists somewhere in the ecosystem that I have created for my business. So how can you do that as well? So really, really think about the strategy behind each of those services too, so that you can develop them further and get them visibility that they need and that you deserve when it comes to selling. So just to recap, your service suite is the kind of map of things that you're selling. You should map it out so that you can be organized. Of course, I'm going to say that, but be one step ahead of your business and think about truly what it is that you're delivering. Use that to plan out your marketing, and then go and take action on that. Sell using that and make an impact based on your missions and your business goals, and create a strategy for each of the services that you are offering, because that will make a difference. So I hope that's been truly helpful, and thinking about what it is that you're going to sell, what that's going to look like, how you are going to deliver this to your audience. And I will see you next time for another episode.